Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I wanted to do a quick video on just some ways you can still print and cut stickers at home to use, even if you do not have a Cricut. Now, I love my Cricut. I honestly kind of want to get a different cutting machine. It's great. I don't cut enough stickers, I think, to justify getting something new right now, but there are some times when I feel like there's some things I could easily just do myself without even using the Cricut. And for those of you at home that watched my how to, printing on your Cricut video, like making your planner words, whatever it is you need to make. For that video, I had a couple people say they don't have a cutting machine, and that is totally fine. I don't think you necessarily need one. I think if you're constantly printing stickers, and getting printables all the time, it's definitely worth it. But if you're just hey, I'm prepping my planner for the new year, I just want to get some words so that way in a cute font so I can make fun extra pages for my planner, you could still definitely do that. All you need for these, I have I think 3 or so different ways that you can cut them out. Maybe three different ways that you can cut them out. And then all you really need is a computer and a printer. If you have those things, you should definitely be able to do this. And if you don't have a printer, you could go to a local library or even Office Depot, Office Max, places like that that have capabilities for you to print, and you can take them there and then just pay a little bit and then print them off there. So there's lots of ways that you could do this. And this goes for even printables too. You could even just print them out and do some of these ways. So I wanted to share that with you real quick. So I made this sheet, and you can make this sheet on any document kind of app that you might have on your computer. I personally like Microsoft Publisher. I think it's just easier to work with as far as placing things where I want them. You could definitely use Microsoft Word. I don't know what the equivalent to that is for an Apple product, but on a Windows, I use Microsoft Publisher just because I think it's so much easier to use. So I just went in, I typed out a couple words, did a couple of fonts. Also, this time I wrote the fonts down right here because I genuinely don't remember from my last video what fonts. I don't remember what fonts I use. I also don't remember where I always get them. Some of these are just standard on a Windows. I think this one's a standard Windows font. This one might be too, but I know I think these two I got from defont.com. So, and that's a free website where you can get fonts for free to use them for personal use. So, I did write them down this time because I genuinely don't remember the fonts that I used, for some of the other pages that I made. So I apologize for that. But at least this time I was I'm going to write them down because I'm not going to remember. So then you can just go in and you can make the words how you want to. Obviously, if you wanted them really big and blocky, you just have to keep changing the size, and then obviously that would change how much you can fit on the page. But something that is nice about doing things this way is that you can very easily you can make them as big as you want and use the entire page. The thing with the Cricut is it only gives you a certain amount of space on your paper to actually have your design in, so that might mean you might not be able to use the whole page. Now, if you're paying for sticker paper, which I will link the kind that I use down below, it's from Online Labels. It's just their standard. It's the cheapest one I could find. It's the standard, just full sheet matte white sticker paper, and then I also have a clear sticker paper version of that, but I will link those down below as well, so that way you know what sticker paper I use. You could also just use the Avery, Avery Labels has a full sheet of sticker paper, and honestly, before I found Online Labels, I used to just buy that, and it was pretty cheap, and I'm pretty sure you can find it on Amazon. If I can find it, I will link that down in the description below as well. So anyway, so that's all you really need is some sticker paper, a computer, and a printer. And then there's a few different ways we can do this. So the first way, I feel the obvious way, is to cut them out. So you can literally go through, and I could say, I want this currently sticker, and then you can literally just go through and cut out. If you want it to have that kind of offset vibe, you could definitely go through and do it that way. But you can also just obviously nicer than that. I did not cut that Very nice. But you could just, you know, cut it out, especially if it's on white or clear paper. I feel like clear paper, cutting it like a block won't be nearly as noticeable. And then if I were to stick this on a piece of paper, which as usual, I still don't know where my dang tweezers are. About to make my kid come in here and find them because apparently she hid them in the darks of some cabinet. But anyway, so I just took my X-Acto knife to peel that up, and then you can get that, and then you have your piece of paper, you know, and then you can title your page. Voila. And then you just made your own little sticker. Easy peasy. So that's obviously the easiest way, is just to take some scissors and cut. Now again, if you're wanting to have more of that offset look, to where, you know, like your cuts kind of mimic the words. So like say this one, I don't cut it completely straight. I had to choose like the hardest one to cut, I think, because it's in the middle of the paper. And I love this font too. This one's called Daddy's Girl. It's on DaFont. But look, it like makes little dots in it, like little hearts. So it's a really cute font. But anyway, sorry. That was a side note. That's on DaFont.com. There are so many good fonts, you guys. You probably could sit, honestly, for hours and just like look at all the fonts that they have, because they have so many fonts. I guarantee you'll find fonts that you love. I think the first time I heard about DaFont, I went on there and I found like 30 or 40 fonts. Okay, so like you could do it that way, where you kind of follow the curvature a little bit. And then again, I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife because I don't have tweezers. That's the only hard thing, is it's going to be a little hard to peel them up. But you can still, you know, get them off. And again, I feel like doing this way might look better on clear sticker paper. I don't know. So that's the first way. First way is just good old scissors. Another way, you can use your X-Acto knife. Now, again, you'd have to be super careful. And this one, you have to like really be careful with the pressure that you put on the page, because you definitely could accidentally cut through, which is not what you want. You don't want to go all the way through, but you could take an X-Acto knife, and I'm applying medium pressure. And I don't know if this is going to be enough, but we're going to see. So again, I'm just going to do a box, because this one's definitely going to be a lot harder to get the curvature of this page. So I'm just going to be very careful, and then I'm going to use the tip of my X-Acto knife. See, like right there, I think I went a little too deep because it's going all the way through. But right here, I did pretty good. I was able to lift it up. So you can kind of do your own kiss cut sticker. This just like depends on the amount of pressure, and that would be something I would say like tape some scraps of like your sticker paper or something, and then just play around with the pressure so you can fully figure out, you know, how much pressure do I need to apply to not cut all the way through. Because I think for the most part, I did really good here, but you can see like in this corner, I got a little crazy and pushed a little too hard, and it went all the way through, which is when it's going to be a little hard to peel it up. So that's option number 2, is just a good old X-Acto knife. Another option you can do is use this spiffy tool right here. So this has a sharp blade on it, and this blade actually swivels, and it is called, I don't know if I'm going to butcher this, a Gyro Cut Pro. And basically you hold this like a pen, and I'm not good at this. I literally just got this. I did this one. I did do this sticker with it, and I pressed too hard. So this one's going to be another one, but I did do it. Look at that. I did it. This was like the test one, because I was like, I gotta test this thing out. But that's too, if you really want to go and follow like the curvature of whatever sticker you are playing with. So it says on the directions that you're supposed to hold it like a pen, and holding it straight up, and then it's supposed to like turn with you as like you go. But again, this is one of those things where, let's see, I did a pretty good job as far as like the depth of cutting it. But you do have to watch your pressure, because obviously it's a sharp blade. So if you press too hard, it's going to go through. I still have to practice with this thingy. There is another tool, and I can't find it. I saw it on the floor in my office like a few days ago and I have no clue where the heck it went, but I will put a picture of it if I can find it. There's another one and it's called Slice, and it's kind of the same thing, but it's more like an X-Acto knife. It's like a little tool. It has like a sharp little plastic piece on the end that you can easily use to like cut things down. So you can use a tool like that. But this one I think would just take like some practice to get used to, and then maybe once you like get used to like how it swivels and how it moves, this one would be a lot easier to use. I don't think I'm not doing this at the right angle right now because I'm so high up from my desk. And again, I can very much, I don't think I'm applying a lot of pressure, but I also could be applying way too much pressure. So this one, you can kind of cut around. Yeah, I 100% put too much pressure. But the good thing is that does mean that the sticker, you know, is free from the rest of the sheet. So again, just like when you had to cut it, you can go through, and if I could freaking get this, you know, you could pull off that paper. So it does work. And then it kind of was able to like follow the curvature of those a little bit more. So that's another way. So this cool gyro cut, and I will link this down in the description below. I did find it on Amazon. That, scissors, an X-Acto knife, or the slice tool. I did also try out on clear sticker paper because I was just curious. So again, just to show you, if I wanted to just go ahead and cut this out like a square or a rectangle, whatever it is you want to call it, I could just do that. So I could trim this down how I need it for my page, and then again just taking my X-Acto knife to pull up the backing, because especially on this clear paper it's not going to be easy to pull up, and then voila, and then on my paper push this all down, and then there you go. So like you can't even tell, especially with the clear paper. I mean, I, like, on camera, I can't see the lines at all. In person, I can kind of see them. So I feel like these, like, the cutting method and stuff might be even, like, this gyro cut. I'm like, I don't know. You're supposed to hold this, like, straight up somehow. I think I'm still applying too much pressure. But you know what? Practice makes perfect. This isn't going to be something that like I learned how to do overnight. But I was trying to find options for you guys of like different ways that you could cut. Oh, actually I did pretty good. I didn't cut all the way through that time. Okay, and that's what that looks like. And then again on my paper, once you really push it down, I feel like you can't see that line too much. So I feel like these methods are definitely going to work a lot better with the clear, because I think like the paper, I mean, these are two different whites, so that doesn't help, but I think that's going to help. Again, and this also goes for if you do a printable sticker. So these are printables from PlanItDarbi. So just to show you, you could sit here and you could very easily just sit here and cut these out. And again, because these ones are on clear sticker paper, I feel like it's not as big of a deal to have perfect, like a perfect offset, perfect lines. You can be as tedious and get as close to the actual thing as you want. But I feel like especially with these clear stickers, you don't have to do that. Let me see if I can remove the back again to like find where the gap is. That's the only hard thing with these methods is like, or at least the cutting method. Anything where you cut the whole thing completely out, you're going to have to figure out. This would be a lot easier if I had tweezers, but, and this is a dull X-Acto knife, like the tip is, I always break the tip of the X-Acto knife, like I always drop it, so I always lose it. But I can add this, let's just add it like in here. And see, I was able to just cut that out, and you can't even tell. Once it's on the paper, you can't even tell. So you can literally do these steps, all of these things for printables. So if you go on Etsy and you find printables that you like, you could very easily just go through maybe I want these shoes. I'm going to try one more. I'm just trying to figure out like the amount of pressure I'm supposed to do. Oh, it's going a little easier now. I'm kind of having the paper do a lot of the work for me. I still don't know if I'm doing this right though. And I hope my head's not like, I'm like ducking down. Hope my head's not just like in the way of the video right now. But okay, moment of truth. Did I apply too much pressure? Not enough pressure? Just enough pressure? Oh, I don't think I applied enough pressure. Part of it came up. Okay, well, maybe I just wanted one shoe. So again, this tool specifically is definitely, this and like X-Acto knife are definitely something that you'll have to play around with and see how much pressure you need to put. But again, I feel like you can't see my crazy lines, even though it was 100%, like I don't know if you could see it. It was 100% a crazy line, but you can't see it once it's on the paper. So all this to say, I just want to encourage you that even if you don't have a Cricut, like you don't need one, like you can definitely do this. Yes, it's definitely going to be a little bit more work because you're having to do the cutting. I personally think scissors are the easiest thing to do. And then again, it just depends how nitpicky you want to be. Do you want to cut exactly on the lines of the stickers that you're using? Or are you okay having a little offset? I do recommend the clear sticker paper over the white sticker paper if you do this. But hopefully some of these methods will help you if you have a printer or have a place that you know you can go to take your files, you know, put it on like a little hard drive disk, whatever, and go somewhere and have them print it for you. You could even take your paper with you and be like, hey, I want this printed. You don't even need sticker paper. You could also print it on regular paper and then just use like something like this. This is Elmer's tape runner to put on the back of it and then stick it down like a sticker. Like you don't have to have sticker paper. So this could be very cost effective, especially if you're wanting to make specific words. Maybe you want your name, whatever that is. So hopefully this kind of helps you. Just a computer, printer, and then sticker paper. One of these tools can definitely help you make custom words and print printables without needing a Cricut, a Silhouette, whatever other cutting machines there are. You can definitely do all these things without those. It's just going to take a little bit more work and maybe just like a little bit more prep on your end. But there we go, you guys. I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to give a quick video. I will try to leave all the links to the things that I talked about in this video down in the description below so you can go check those out. But I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!